Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's that boy Trev here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be ranking the 2025-2026 NFL rookies on a tier list. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the tiers. First tier, Rookie of the Year watch. Pretty self-explanatory. That goes for both offensive and defensive rookies of the year. Right below that is Elite O-line. I wanted to put this tier to combat the sort of lack of O-lineman appreciation in the offensive rookie of the year race, as there are a ton of rookie offensive linemen that come into the league and make an immediate impact in the trenches. So wanted to add that tier. Right below that, we have Team Elevator. Just a guy that's really going to help out the team, help the team win some games, and really improve an organization. Right below that is Quality Starter. Pretty self-explanatory again. Below that is Fringe Starter, which I believe most of these guys will fall into that Fringe Starter category, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because, I mean, they're rookies. They're not going to be the best immediately. They'll have time to sort of build up in their careers. Next, splits reps. Just a guy that splits reps with the starter or backup. Right below that is backup. And right below that is struggle and hope that they have a better sophomore campaign. So I ranked all of the, or not ranked, I ordered all of the rookies down here by the order in which they were drafted in. I'm only doing first round rookies. I was thinking of throwing in some bonuses, but I didn't want to favor other players over others. Like I was going to add in Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, things like that, maybe Donovan Ezraku, but I didn't want to prioritize other players over different players because that wouldn't be fair. And yeah, I'm really excited to get this going. There's not going to be a lot of editing in this video. It's going to be a long one. I'm not going to lie. Get some popcorn, maybe get a drink. This is for my brother-in-law, Tom. Big Red. You know where it's at. Best soda. And we're going to get into this one. Starting with rookie quarterback for the Titans, Cam Ward. Number 1 overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft out of Miami. I'm going to say it, low end for as for number 1 picks. Like, he's a good player. Number 1 pick is crazy, to be honest. I don't know if he's that good. He's a solid player. He doesn't have great size. He's just not the type of guy that I would see as a number 1 pick. I would see Travis Hunter, maybe Abdul Carter higher than him on my list. And for that reason, I'm going to throw him in the fringe starter category. I don't want to be too pessimistic about Cam Ward going in, but he's just not a guy that I'm extremely excited about going into the season. I think he will have a serviceable year for the Titans, but I don't know if he's going to really elevate that team to a new level. It'll be difficult, but he has decent weapons. He has a decent team around him. I think he can be a decent starter in the NFL, but we'll just have to see how it goes, as we're going to go to the number 2 overall pick from the Jacksonville Jaguars in Travis Hunter. I think he is going to be in this team elevator tier. He's not quite going to be in the Rookie of the Year watch for me for one reason, maybe 2 reasons. One, he plays offense. Second reason is he plays defense. He's not going to be able to play enough on either side to get O-Roy or D-Roy. So I think he'll just be a pretty good contributor for the Jaguars, and I'm happy to put him in this spot. He's a really good player. He's an extremely great athlete. I would love to see him just have a phenomenal season, but I don't think he can have a phenomenal season good enough to win rookie of the year on either side of the ball. So with that, we're just going to throw him in team elevator. And the number 3 overall pick, Abdul Carter. For the Giants, I'm just going to throw him directly in rookie of the year watch. I love Abdul Carter. Out of Penn State, he was just an absolute dog. He is kind of a guy that I would expect to go number 1 in most years, but quarterback is just such a valuable position, especially for the Titans, which was a position of need for them. But he is just an absolute dog. When people say he's the next Micah Parsons, I just absolutely see that. He really elevated that Penn State team, and he was an absolute contributor on the defensive side of the ball. Just an absolute beast. I don't really know what else to say, but he's a really good player. Next up, we have Will Campbell for the New England Patriots. I think he's going to be a pretty good player. I don't really know if I can throw him in that elite O lineman tier quite yet. I think he was a dog at LSU, and I think it was a really good pick. I love Will Campbell, but I'm just going to throw him in team elevator to start for now. My mouse will work. Yeah, I think he's a beast. Not a lot to say there. Think he'll be a really good player. Just don't think I can put him in the elite O lineman tier because I just didn't really see enough of him at LSU to really put him in that elite category. Next, we have Mason Graham. This is going to be the first guy that don't love where I'm putting him because I'm really trying to. He could be really good or he could split reps, and I think he's going to split reps. He was really good at Michigan, but I just don't know if I've seen enough from him to really put him any higher. He'll be a good nose tackle in the league, but I don't think he's anything more than that exactly. But I don't know if they drafted I don't know if they drafted him to be anything more than that. It's just if you go number 5 overall, I'd like to see a little bit more production. And I'd like to see you get to the quarterback a little bit more. I know he's a D tackle. I know he should just stop the run, but number 5 overall pick is difficult because the Browns had a lot of needs, and I don't know if I love the pick of Mason Graham, but well, again, we'll see. I could be completely wrong. He could win Defensive Rookie of the Year, and I'll eat my words. But right now, I don't know if I love the pick. I think it's safer for me to throw him in French starter to be a little bit more optimistic. But I'm just going to keep him in splits reps for now. As we go to Ashton Jeanty of the Las Vegas Raiders, my dad's favorite team. And he's very excited about Ashton Jeanty, and so am I. I'm going to throw him in the Rookie of the Year watch. Let's grab him. Sorry, I'm working on a MacBook, so the mouse is a little bit finicky. He's not an O-lineman, I will tell you that. He is a running back, and he is a dog at running back, let me tell you that. Should have won the Heisman over Travis Hunter. I stand by that. I think he was a beast at Boise State. I really wanted my Cowboys to draft him at number 12. I don't know if he couldn't have fallen to 12, obviously, because we went at 6, duh. But I don't know. He's just a beast. He's an absolute beast. He's going to get a ton of carry for the Raiders offense, even though they just picked up Amari Cooper, which is actually a really good signing. I think the Raiders are actually in a pretty decent spot right now. But he's going to get a ton of reps. Geno Smith at quarterback, not a bad quarterback, and not bad weapons. Like, that offense is going to be pretty solid, but I'm kind of going off the point a little bit. Ashton Jeanty is a dog. I know he had one bad preseason game, like 3 carries for a loss of 1 yard, but don't look at that. It's preseason. It's one game. He's a dog. As we go into Armand Membou, I'm not exactly sure how to say it, offensive lineman out of Missouri. I think he will be good. I think he has the makings of a very good offensive tackle. and I'm going to throw him in the quality starter tier. I think he's just going to be a solid tackle, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's difficult to really talk up these offensive linemen like that because I don't know their arm length. I don't know like the physical traits that offensive linemen should have. I just know if they're supposed to be good or if they're not. Membao should be good, and I'm excited to see what he can do in the league. And another guy that I'm excited to see do, that makes no sense, but another guy that I'm excited to see in the league is Tet McMillan. But I don't know if Tet McMillan is going to really produce in year one like I expect him to. I'm teetering between quality starter and fringe starter. I think I'm going to lean... I'm going to go quality starter. But that's just because in my Panthers franchise, I utilize him a lot. And I realize that the Panthers really don't have great weapons at wide receiver. They don't really have a great tight end. Their tight end is Jatavion Sanders out of Texas, but he's solid. He's a big tight end. But their wide receiver 1 is Adam Thielen. Their wide receiver 2 is Tet McMillan. So I think Tet McMillan's going to get a good amount of reps. I don't know if he's going to be able to get the separation that is needed in the NFL immediately. It's going to be kind of a Keon Coleman situation, but I think he'll be good enough to where I think he'll be a quality starter in this league year one, just because of the volume that the Panthers will be using him. As we go into Kelvin Banks, another offensive tackle, this one for the Saints out of Texas. I like Kelvin Banks. I think he's going to be a quality starter as well. I'm sorry I keep putting a lot of these guys in this tier, but I just think they're going to be good players. Kelvin Banks, just really big guy, really good offensive tackle for Texas. He had some injury issues, I believe, but I think the Saints got a really good pick here at number 8. Number 9? Number 7? Number 7. As we go to Colson Loveland at 8. Colson Loveland's an interesting player because I think he was good. It was a little bit of a surprise pick for the Bears to select Colson Loveland out of Michigan, as they already have Cole Kmet. He's a really good player. I don't know if he was expected to go before Tyler Warren. I didn't think so, because Tyler Warren to me is a little bit more of a complete prospect. Colson Loveland looks like a good tight end, and he looks like a really good frame for a good NFL tight end. Nothing crazy, but I think he's going to be pretty good in year one. I'm going to throw him in the fringe starter tier just because I think he will sort of split reps with Cole Kmet, but I don't think he will not produce in those reps that he splits. That doesn't make a lot of sense, because then why don't I put him in the splits reps tier? Maybe I should have made a tier in between this. I don't know. But I think he will be good in the reps that he plays, and I think he'll put up probably a 500-yard season maybe, which is pretty good for a tight end, let alone a rookie tight end. And I think he'll get more play than Cole Kmet will this season. That is why I'm putting him in the fringe starter role instead of the splits reps role. As for Mason Graham, I don't think he'll really play as much as this starting D tackle for the Browns immediately in year one. As we're going to go to Mykel Williams from Georgia. Mykel, I'm going to be honest, I don't know anything about. Let me just make sure yeah. Am I dumb? That was Colson Loveland at 10. Are there 10 players on here? Oh yeah, there are. I didn't see the rookies up here. Okay, yeah, that was Colson Loveland at 10. Sorry, I don't even know why what am I doing? But we have Mykel Williams out of Georgia. This is the edge rusher. Honestly, like I said, I don't know much about Michael Williams, but I think it's a good pick. Seems like a nice body at edge rusher. Pause. But I like him. I don't think he'll be bad. I'm going to probably just throw him in this fringe starter role because I don't know much about him. But here's a guy I do know a lot about, Tyler Booker, because I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm a big Tyler Booker guy as well. I didn't like the pick initially because I thought there were bigger holes we needed to fill on the team, such as wide receiver. I wanted to get Matthew Golden, but I like Tyler Booker. I like trying to build up the Great Wall of Tyler. It's honestly not a bad strategy. Tyler Guyton, Tyler Booker, Tyler Smith. 2 more to complete the Great Wall of Tyler, even though I like Cooper Beebe and I like, actually no, that's Terrence Steele on the other side. I don't really like Terrence Steele, but I'm missing the point. I like Tyler Booker a lot. I think he's going to be a quality starter. And that might be biased, but you can suck it. No, I'm kidding. But I think he's good. I like him. I like his turtle. And I like the dude in general. He seems very cool. I think he's going to be very good. Ken Grant. Ken Grant for Miami. Where'd he go? Michigan, right. I think he'll be good. Again, just like another sort of Mason Graham situation, but I don't think he's going to split reps as much as Mason Graham will. I think he's going to be a fringe starter. Yeah. I like Ken Grant. Seems good. Seems like a good nose tackle. And Michigan always really has good interior defensive linemen, so I think Kenneth Grant could be really good. Oh, damn, they had Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham this past season. Damn. That is very good. As we go to another very good player. All these players are very good. Like, I don't know why I'm saying that. It's redundant. They're first round NFL draft picks. But we go to Tyler Warren, who I think is the best tight end in the class. Will he have... Because I'm kind of looking at Colston Loveland, and I'm like, this guy looks like an NFL tight end. But I think Tyler Warren will be good. But will he produce as much as I expect him to in his rookie year? I don't know if he will. But I think I'm going to give him the slight edge and put him in to the quality starter tier, as the Colts don't have a ton of weapons. They have Michael Pittman Jr., they have Josh Downs, good receivers. At tight end, nobody else really behind Tyler Warren, unless Mo Alley Cox is still there. I'm not quite sure, but I think Tyler Warren will fit perfectly in that Colts offense. But you know what? I'm going to move him down. Their quarterback is Daniel Jones. I don't know about Daniel Jones as a starting NFL quarterback. I would prefer if the Colts just started Anthony Richardson, because at least Anthony Richardson gives you something. He gives you some mobility. He gives you arm strength. Daniel Jones, you know what you're getting out of Daniel Jones, and it's not good at all. You know what you're getting out of Anthony Richardson, and it's not good at all, but it could be something. Like, he's still kind of young. So I think they should start Anthony Richardson. I don't think it matters who they start. I don't think either quarterback will be able to get Tyler Warren the ball as much as he should, which is why I think he's going to go in that fringe starter tier. As we go to Jalen Walker from Georgia, I like Jalen Walker a lot. I'm going to put him in quality starter as well. A lot of these guys are quality starters, it seems. And keep in mind, these are quality starters. Quality starters compared to the other rookies. These aren't necessarily quality starters compared to the rest of the NFL. I'm comparing them to other rookies and how I think they'll play compared to other rookies. I know some of these are like quality starter, and which is like kind of opinionated, and splits reps is more facts based, but I think I did okay with making these tiers. It's just a little bit difficult to sort of differentiate how the rankings should go. But I think I'm okay with how everything is so far. So I'm not going to make any changes. As we go to Walter Nolen from Ole Miss to the Arizona Cardinals. Walter Nolen's an interesting one. My hair is looking crazy. I think he'll be good. I don't know how many times I've said that. I think I might just be a little bit too optimistic about some of these guys. But something about Walter Nolen just kind of like screams like, I just kind of think he's going to underperform in a way. He doesn't seem like a guy that's really going to have a high ceiling, especially in year one. Which is why I'll probably put him with Mason Graham. I know it's weird that I have like two defensive tackles in this spot. Defensive tackles get a lot of rotation. So I think it's kind of makes sense that I put them in the splits reps category. But I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I don't know much about Walter Nolen other than that the fact that he went to Ole Miss. I think he had a pretty good combine and pro day. But yeah, I don't know much about him. I'm just going to put him in the splits reps category and hopefully proves me wrong for the Arizona Cardinals this season. As we go to Shemar Stewart. Now we know about Shemar Stewart and the drama that he had with the Cincinnati Bengals. You know, he was threatening to even go back to Texas A&M for another year if the Bengals didn't give him the right contract. Other than that, I think he's going to be a good player. He's a great athlete. He's a phenomenal athlete. And something about players where there's drama going into the draft seem to just become beasts. I don't know what it is, but they're just like super good players. Year one is different, but I think Shemar Stewart could honestly go all the way into this team elevator category. I don't know why. I just have sort of a hunch about Shemar Stewart. Again, could be completely wrong. Could be a backup all season. But he's a very interesting prospect, and I think you should definitely look out for him on the Cincinnati Bengals. As we go to Gray Zabel for the Seattle Seahawks out of North Dakota State, the interior offensive lineman. This is going to be controversial. I loved Gray Zabel coming out of the draft. I'm going to throw him in the elite O-lineman tier. This is crazy because Gray Zabel seems to not be talked about at all, which makes sense. I mean, he's the number 18 overall pick as an interior offensive lineman. Yeah, I don't think there are going to be many TikTok edits about the North Dakota State interior offensive lineman Gray Zabel. There should be, though. That would be sick. I think he's going to be a beast. I don't know why. I just have a hunch. Emeka Egbuka. Rookie of the Year watch. And that's not even because I think Emeka Egbuka is going to be a phenomenal player. I think it's just because of the situation that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are in and the fact that they really don't have many weapons. Godwin's going to be out for a little bit. I don't know about Mike Evans. I think he's banged up right now. Egbuka is going to get a lot of volume on the Tampa Bay Bucks, and Baker is going to have a field day with him. He's one of the players that I have always really felt bad for in college in a way, because he's always been at Ohio State for the past 4 years and has never been the guy, even though he has been an elite talent the entire time. He's never been the wide receiver one. Jeremiah Smith last year, it was Marvin Harrison Jr. the year before that, and it was Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave the year before that, I believe. I think it is finally his time to break out, and I think he can do it in year one. I think he's a sleeper for Offensive Rookie of the Year. But don't quote me on that. As we go to Jahdae Barron, the Broncos rookie corner out of Texas, big Jahdae Barron guy. That is a really good pick by the Denver Broncos. Give me a second. As he is just an elite athlete with pretty good size at the position. And pairing him with Pat Surtain, that is just going to be an insane duo. I love that pick for the Broncos. As for how he's going to do in year one, I'm probably going to put him in the quality starter tier. I think he's going to be a good player. I think he's going to be a good player and not much more than that. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about Jahdae Barron other than the fact that he's good and I like him a lot. As we go to, this is Derek Harmon from Oregon, the defensive tackle. I like Derek Harmon. He's a good player. I remember hearing his name a lot throughout the college football season. I think he's going to be a fringe starter. I think he's going to be good. Omarion Hampton, UNC halfback. He was really good at UNC, and it makes sense to why he went in round one. I wasn't really expecting him to go in round one, to be honest, just because I thought if Ashton Jeanty went off the board, no other running back would go round one. But he's a great talent, and I think the Chargers are going to utilize him a lot. He's going to be that starting running back for the Chargers, I believe. Very excited to see what he can do. I don't know if I'm going to put him in Rookie of the Year watch, just because it's difficult to sort of have three... You know what? I'll put him there. I'll put him in Team Elevator. It's difficult because I didn't want to put 3 offensive players in Rookie of the Year watch, because then at that point I might as well just put 10 players in Rookie of the Year watch and be like, okay, yeah, I called it. Like what? But I like Omarion Hampton in Team Elevator. I think he's going to be a good player. Again, pretty much just volume based. I think he's just going to get a lot of run for the Chargers. I don't know if he's going to average 5-6 yards per carry, but he'll be a good player. I think he'll be a good back in third downs and on the goal line, and I think he's a pretty good all-around running back, sort of a jack-of-all-trades guy. I think he'll be good. As we go to Matthew Golden for Green Bay, one of the steals of the draft, I think. But the thing about him, I don't know if he's going to produce in year one like crazy. But even then, I'm going to put him in the quality starter tier. I like Matthew Golden a lot. He was an absolute standout for Texas last year. He kind of came on the scene in a big way, in an unexpected way as well. And really excited to see what he can do for the Packers, even though I'm not a big Packers fan. As a Cowboys fan, the Packers seem to be a thorn in our side. And yeah, that's for another time. But we're going to go to Donovan Jackson from Ohio State, going to the Minnesota Vikings. He is an offensive guard, interior offensive lineman. I think he'll be good. Yeah, another interior offensive lineman that I don't know much about. So I think I'm just going to throw him in that fringe starter category again. Because, again, I think he'll be solid. And maybe I should change this to solid starter. Would that work? But what's the difference between solid and quality? Okay, I'll change this. I'll change this to good starter. And this to solid starter. Even though bad starters exist, above splits reps, but it's like, it's late. I don't know. I don't really want to make too many changes. I think we're okay where we're at. And this leads to Jackson Dart, one of the more interesting prospects. And y'all might find this weird because Jackson Dart is not starting this season. But I think he's going to start by week 4, probably. And I think he's going to be a really good player for the Giants. I'm going to throw him in Team Elevator. He just gives me that feeling for some reason. It's either Zach Wilson or Jaden Daniels for him. I don't know what it is about him. He's such a wild card. Like, I just don't even know if... It might be a risk to throw him in Team Elevator. Because he might not play at all. It's Team Elevator or backup. Should I just throw him in solid starter to make it... But that wouldn't make sense, though. If he plays, he's going to be a Team Elevator. If he doesn't, he's going to be a backup, obviously. I'll keep him in Team Elevator for now, even though I really don't know if he's going to play at all this season. But I just don't think Russ will cook for the Giants. I think Giants fans want Jackson Dart to be the starter. They want to see who they have for the future. And I think he'll get some significant play time. Maybe not significant. I just don't know. Because Russ didn't start for the Steelers. I don't know if he's going to start. We'll see. We'll see. As we go to James Pierce Jr., the edge rusher out of Tennessee. I loved James Pierce Jr. going into the draft. Probably before the draft, I saw a ton of mock drafts having him go 1-1. But that was way before the draft. The hype for him simmered down a little bit as the season progressed. But he was a dog at Tennessee. Don't get it twisted. He has some character concerns, but again, I think that just like kind of, it might just be coincidence based, but that kind of works for a lot of guys. Micah Parsons had character concerns coming out of Penn State. That might be the only player I'm thinking of, and I'm just like, yeah, that works for some guys. But anyway, I think he'll be a good player. I think he'll probably be a solid starter to start his career. And I'm happy with that. As we go to Malachi Starks, safety for the Baltimore Ravens out of Georgia. Yeah, I like Malachi Starks. Best safety in the class. Really good player. Really excited to see what he can do. To pair him up with Kyle Hamilton is going to be a lot of fun. And for that, I don't know if he's going to have the numbers like you would like a star rookie to have early in their career, but I bet he's going to be a really good contributor for the team. He'll be a good starter, but I don't think his numbers are going to really show that. But oftentimes for position like safety, it's the things you do outside of the numbers that are more impactful than interceptions, pass deflections, things like that. Tackles especially. You can let a player catch the ball and then tackle them, and then you'll get credit for a tackle. Like, I don't know. It's the things outside of the numbers that some of these safeties do that can show them why they're some of the best defensive players in the NFL. As we go to Tyleik Williams. This is a defensive tackle out of Ohio State. And I'm going to be real with you. I don't know about Tyleik Williams or Josh Connerly Jr. Tyleik Williams, I'm a little bit more familiar with out of Ohio State as a defensive tackle. I think he'll be decent. haven't put anyone in that backup category yet because I'm just not. Haven't put anyone in that struggle category because I'm not pessimistic about these guys. I really believe that they can succeed in the NFL. And that's just not going to change. I'm not going to put anyone in the backup category or the struggle category. And I seem to be more optimistic. Again, I'm sorry about the ads. I don't know what I'm saying again. I didn't mention that before, but yeah, I'm sorry about the ads. I didn't pay for Pro or anything like that, so I have ads. But I just made this. And we're gonna go to Josh Conerly. This is a offensive tackle drafted 29 out of Oregon for the Washington Commanders. I think that's a really good spot for a tackle to go. And that's a really good pick for the Commanders to protect Jayden Daniels a little bit more, their franchise quarterback. Yeah, I love that pick. I don't know about him as a player at all, like I said. But I'll put him in that solid starter tier. I think a lot of these offensive linemen come out and just become solid players. I know one is going to be bad. In fact, I'm sure by the end of the season, this list is going to be completely incorrect. But that's the beauty of ranking things before they happen. So, as we go to Maxwell Hairston, this is a corner out of Kentucky. I like this pick a lot at number 30. This was a steal for the Bills, I think. Amazing speed. I just want to see his 40 time real quick. Maxwell Hairston ran a 4.28 40 time at the combine. Yeah, that'll play. That'll play. He's the number 30 overall pick in the NFL draft. And that is significant. 4.28 is crazy. Crazier than I expected. And at corner, he's going to be running with some of the top guys such as Tyreek Hill, KaVontae Turpin. My Cowboys fans out there, it's going to be rough this year, but we're in it together. And Maxwell Hairston, he's going to be good. He probably doesn't have the technical abilities as some of the other corners due to his speed and him falling this low in the draft. So for that, I'm going to only put him in... I'll have to put him in solid starter. I can't put him in splits reps after I talked him up that much. As we go to Jahad Campbell, edge rusher out of Alabama, absolute steal for the Eagles. How do we let people get these guys? This is actually a linebacker out of Alabama. But how do we let the Eagles get these good players like this? This is a steal at 31. Jahad Campbell, I've heard his name a ton. He is a very, very good player out of Alabama. I think he's going to be really good. Again, I'll probably just throw him in that solid starter tier. Because again, this is just for their rookie season. This is not how I believe that they're going to play for their entire careers. This is just for their rookie season. As we go to the final pick in the 2025 first round of the NFL draft. I mean, that was not ordered correctly, but Josh Simmons, offensive tackle out of Ohio State. I've heard Josh Simmons' name a lot. I like Josh Simmons, and I think he's going to be a solid starter in the NFL. Maybe a good starter. I'll put him in good starter. It's okay. Looking over this, is there any changes that I would like to make? And I think there would. I can't make a tier for elite O-line and only put Gray Zabel in there. I'm going to put Will Campbell in there as well. I think they'll be good players. And yeah, here you have it for my tier list. I could be completely wrong about all of these players. Rookie of the Year watch, I have Abdul... Why do I keep saying Abdul Carter? It's Abdul Carter, Ashton Jeanty, Emeka Egbuka, Gray Zabel, Will Campbell, and I'm not gonna read out all these guys. You can see. You know about the NFL. You can see these players, and yeah. Yeah. Again, different video today. I just wanted to make something a little bit new, a little bit fresh, something different than my Panthers franchise. But I want to thank you all for watching this all the way through. If you made it to this point, which I'm assuming you did, since you are here. So thank you all for watching. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.